Hypnosis. And this is episode 7 of the very special challenge. And back on part 1. I did write down all the special things we needed to do and stuff that, you know. Oh. I did write down all the special things, or some of the rules so far at least, you know. Because there's a lot of things there's a lot of things that we're going to need to steal and stuff that, and that is just going to be a lot of luck experience if we do and stuff that, you know. There are like reasons why we need to do the steals that we do basically, because you know, grind won't be allowed, stuff that. So yeah, read this again just to make sure. Don't really have anything to sell currently, so into elevator at the earliest possible floor here. Oh, it's the ball enemy, like the motor something what slash I think it's called. It's called what slash, the enemy that you can see combo bandits from. I think the most you can encounter is 2 of them in one fight. Fifth most. I don't think there is one with the 3 of them. So you know, that is something. Okay, that is completely fine. We're gonna be using Meteor in here. Meteor. Meteor. Okay. Now we could theoretically just put on lighting here. So let's put on lighting here for a while. Of course, once we get certain other materials, things will become easier and stuff that. We only have one on material so far though. Yeah, I think that bolt will do less damage to these. Yeah, that is less damage to them. Yeah. You might say, but isn't this going to take a long time then doing all of these deals? Yeah, it's going to take a long time, but the point is, right, you might say, oh, why do you need so much cash? Because we're going to be buying the most expensive greens. When we do the so-called breeding and stuff that, we're going to buy the most expensive greens. Stuff that. Now, theoretically, it is possible to do it when you have all the Tifa and stuff that. Even though the gold source isn't open, you can still do it with the RNG and stuff that, you know. These are enemies that can cause Fury. I didn't get Fury from that. I don't think it's the regular attack that can cause Fury. Now we're Fury. Yeah, thank you, Lyser. I don't think that can inflict it, no. It's only the slap that can inflict it. And it's not always guaranteed either. But they do keep local weeds out, which is nice. We do it up now. Now, hopefully we do get the encounter. We're not guaranteed, by the way, to get the encounter. Oh, wow. That's what speedrunners want to see, by the way, when they do this. Stuff that, like, you can get lucky and get that. I've seen, like, speedruns when you get 2 of those in a row, which is like absolutely insane. I think that is the maximum that you can possibly get. Let's go into the boss. Right. All here. And these enemies are interesting, right? Because these are technically robots. But I'm guessing what it is probably like the Shinra soldiers or the ones that have been hurt. Kind of like a Warhammer way, you know, with red dots and stuff like that, you know. I'm curious though, Mighty Grunt, yeah. So they are related to the Grunt style enemy. Ooh, stole tranquilizers. Okay. Yeah. Do they have a different steel once they lose their armor is the question. Can we steal from... Okay. You know what, we're gonna use up the bolt here actually. Maybe they are weak to lighting for some reason. Just not only can you steal tranquilizers from them, they can also drop tranquilizers. I should have seen it again beforehand. Hey, Claude. Yeah. Yeah, that's a unique dialogue that you can get, by the way. I believe you can only get that if you actually went the other way up, basically. And stuff like that, so yeah. I believe though that there will be items here and stuff that we can actually get. And I believe one of them, if I'm not mistaken, is actually an elixir or something like that. Which makes it more than worth it, you know, to do. Oh. There are of course speedruns that do the whole doing this and stuff like that, right, you know. Because people didn't want to do the elevator, but then there are people who literally do the elevator. And if the elevator doesn't give you the correct RNG, then you just restart. But then supposedly someone figured out a way that there is a way to manipulate the elevator fight so you always get a good RNG or something like that, that it was tied to something specific that you could do, I think. I mean, I hope I was correct here. Just of that there is an item here. But I believe the item sticks out, so it's not like that it's invisible or anything. But it's not in a bag, which is weird, right? Because when you go back here later, like in disc 2, okay, there it is. Yeah, and it's an elixir. I'm pretty certain that is supposed to be the very first elixir, unless we used up one. So that was just crazy. However, I wouldn't say necessarily that it's worth it because of one elixir, although later on the elixir is very useful. Although we can get infinite elixir, not in one place in the snowy place. So that. You also need to get the Omni Slash at the earliest possible point, and I did look it up, and it is actually off the Tiny Bronco when it becomes available. And before the Tiny Bronco, you can actually get a Fury ring in the arena instead of having to buy the Fury ring at the like the shop. Stuff like that. And I mean, a Fury ring is interesting because Fury ring, of course, gives you berserk status and stuff like that. Now there are also weird information that AI have gotten about it, right? Saying that Fury ring inflicts sadness, which is not what Fury ring does. And stuff like that. And I don't know why you would say that Fury ring inflicts sadness. Or whatever, right? But yeah. But yeah, the Fury ring actually does have theoretical uses and stuff that, because if you're lucky, for example, with the whole handicap system, and if you set up your characters properly and you use your ring, for example, if you would, for example, do get Ominous like off, for example, off the Temple of Ancients, then not only can you have Giga's Armlet giving you like the plus strength with that, you can also possible already have Championship Belt. Or once you get Championship Belt, you can have that equipped. You can also have Black Ribbon equipped. Meaning if accessories break, that's a big deal. Yeah. Okay, so it was only the elixir we could get. We only got an elixir out of that. Can we go inside? Do we have access to... Yeah, we do have access to this elevator now as well here. And now we can go up to 60 with this. Did we get caught here on purpose, though, is the question. I don't think we do. I mean, all is pretty close there. So we could theoretically get the limit break. The thing is that they do have an attack which is insanely powerful, by the way, and like if you get hit by that attack in a back attack, that would be really bad. It's the ball spin. Yeah, there it goes. It's a waste of a meteor rain though. You saw there it got 311 hit there as well. Also strength at level 18, okay, 31 strength. Sure. I'm just gonna get a bunch of levels here though, and stuff that as well. Yeah, maybe we just kill off one of them immediately here. So I'm gonna count how many of these it is that we have to kill here. I think this is gonna be the second one. You see, roller spin doesn't deal bad damage when it's not. That's the second fight. Because I'm basically counting so that there should be 2 more fights then. That will be 4 guards. If we do that, this is the 3rd fight. I'm gonna have to cure here, I think. If it would have done roller spin there, by the way, we would have been dead. You know. The main problem though is if we don't hit here. Nice, okay, that's the 3rd guard. Eliminated. Okay. And then there's going to be the 4th one. But it might have to be the 2 down there as well that will count. Otherwise this would be the last one otherwise. So there's the roller spin. That's very scary there. Please. Okay, fine. Video ready. Blood out. Just 1 attack should be enough here. And that will be 4 guards. Yeah, okay. It is 4, you know. Now you cannot go back in, that's what basically locks it and stuff like that, yeah. Let's close over now. 404, okay. Oh. But that door is already open, of course, obviously. But I believe if you say ask about the areas, that gives you positive points with areas, I think. Okay, let's see what's in the first one here. So this is of course the piece and weapon research. So breakdown, Heidegger, Mako, A. Because Mako energy I think is different. And if it's A, it's gonna be Mako. You can of course also look at more of them and stuff there, because if it is certain letters as material equipped. So by the way, use the first level of elemental gives you like half of any element and stuff that, which is actually extremely powerful, having like the damage on element. Which is going to be required against Midgard Solom if we need to fight Midgard Solom, of course, obviously. I don't think we need to do all clear yet here. Oh, we do need, okay, we do need to do all crystal now. Now we can do this. And then we do this one. We do this one. We get a coupon. I'm looking around. That was just the stick automatically pushing up, you know, stuff that's it. I always thought that this box was meant to be something there. Yeah, theoretically what the box is actually controlling the doors. So maybe there was supposed to be like a sabotage of it at some point, you know, and stuff that, you know. I'm curious though, who is restocking this place like later on when you enter here, like in disc 2 and stuff that, right? Like who put more items in here, you know, and stuff that, you know. There we go, those are the coupons. And the coupons, by the way, you see take some place here. And keep in mind that there's no point in having more than one of each of accessories, and we can sell, like if we get multiply of a certain accessory, we can sell it, you know, and stuff that, so yeah. Change. Get another all materia. We also get the 4 slots. Now 4 slots is only better magic defense compared to Mitchell Omelette. Or it is, you know, 4 slots. It's not wrong what it does. And I think next is the workout floor. Next is the workout floor, and just doing this to make sure everything is on. Because I think that you can actually technically miss stuff here. Yeah, okay. I'm just doing this because I've never done it like this before, so I know how many items there are. I think it's only those 2 though. Yeah, so I think there's only 2 items here. We have a sellable ether. And let's just let them stop pendant. Because there's no reason not to have that on. You don't have a tent. This is where using a tent will be useful here. Save. And of course, next floor is where we can get a bunch of encounters. So, next floor. Of course, stealing 99 out of, you know, 99 things. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I am gonna I'm not gonna take the first battle here and kill them, you know, stuff that now. I don't think we're floored here. Like floored. Yeah, they're gonna get a little bit of XP here, but I will only allow them to attack themselves and stuff that, right? Because I won't like kill off immediately here, right? Because it's gonna waste time and stuff that, so they should always be the first one, of course, obviously. And you open up afterwards. So we get them in the very, very easy order. Mega parts. Here's the first one. So mega parts. You can get encountered on this skin, by the way. But I think it's easiest to get the encounter in the science offices. Okay, so open up. Mega parts. It's here. And then there's this. Yeah, this is how I sold it very first time when I sold it, and I didn't look up anything, you know, because of it. I just had a guy, which also I think might have a steal. Echo Speed, okay. They die in one hit. And then the music stops. Sometimes I feel like that. And then it's the chest up here. So I believe you can actually go, yeah, you can go there this way as well. So I believe it's actually shorter technically. Mega parts. So it's much slasher enemy that we need to face off against because yeah, that's the repair division, like you were meant to repair them on earlier. Then you get rewarded, that's their payment basically. Hey, you got promoted to, you know, whispers coming from somewhere. Yeah, they all give you the clues in here. This is technically where the Mako research is that you see in Crisis Core and stuff that, you know. And I always thought that this was meant to be something they would all flushed in there, that there was some. That maybe that was supposed to be part of a side quest, not making it smell and stuff that, you know. That's a lot of suits. And of course there are going to be some interesting things like I talked about, you know, the dying fight. Because during the dying fight, of course, you will only have one material slot, so the material you equip will matter a lot. And stuff that, you know. Because they can only use their initial equipment, meaning you cannot put an accessory on them either. And stuff that, you know. But that is the only challenge that is technically solo. And then of course Sid, like on the train, I haven't decided if it's going to be then Sid only on the train or if all three party members are going to be allowed to get XP. No, so that's, yeah. And the main problem will of course be like if Tifa is gonna do the chocobo stuff, then the members that Tifa bring along needs to be powerful and stuff like that, you know. Another thing is you might say that those stealing 99 hard, they just won't be that hard. The main problem is of course is that they fight. That's the thing. The fight that has the hard edge, by the way. The best thing is we don't need to kill off Barrett or Tifa, because having those multiple targets is gonna make it easier to steal the hard edges and stuff like that. Now, hopefully we can get the carbon bangle first so we have more defense and stuff like that, you know. Because those enemies hit super hard. Stuff like that. Well, it's one move that they have that hit hard, and it's the flying cycle. The flying cycle is basically something that a later enemy have, a much later enemy, and stuff like that. It's a science floor course, obviously. And we get them off. There we go, 2 moth slashers, nice. Didn't steal anything. Just presenting multiple targets here instead. I always feel that it is easier to steal once you have dealt some damage and stuff like that, you know. And the quicker we can get carbon bangle here, the better. Taking a risk here, they might actually die from the bolt here. Well, they do not die from that, okay. And we start carbon bangle on the first day after that. Let's actually kill off the top one because that's the one that was start from. Yeah, the control stick or the analog stick was doing it again. I think that's because they're still higher level than me. I think they're level 19 or something like that. It's really dangerous when they... Okay. There's the carbon bangle. I definitely thought about putting all material or something there, but none of that put sense actually. Instead. Actually, let's clear up full. They don't have anything to say. We are allowed, of course, to go to the save point here and stuff that, but when we need to, quote unquote, when we need to, you know, normally use tents, we will instead use the resting place. Once our close claw is high enough level, then we can just kill off the other party members fairly easy. It's not, you know, it's gonna be fairly easy. Final Fantasy VII bird, or is the two birds there? Sometimes it feels like they're listening to music and stuff there sometimes, you know. You know, but then it's headless. Because the cast is a headless book and there's the alien boobs. So it's like, fuck alien boobs, arg. My brain alien boobs, arg. Alien boobs, 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 arg. This whole thing is stupid. Old book. And here we pick up poison material. And save. I guess it's a very big deal because it's a huge jump. That's the thing that happens once you have like gotten carbon bag, and like then it's a big jump, and then the jump to the next one is also very big because the next jump is to the silver armlet unless you get the platinum bangle. So why? Oh yeah, so Hojo is going up to the next floor. Of course, that's how Hojo gets up to the next floor. Fine. You know that it does not die in one bolt hit here. I mean, I'm a bit done there. But I feel like it's only worth like stealing from when it's two of them. Yeah, so we're gonna need 99 carbon bangles. Well, technically it's 100 because we will use one. Here's the solely third. This is scary. We can bolt them, no problem, I think. Yeah, they have bolt 2 as well. That's scary. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Makes sense. Once what level you are. You are level 13, okay. Oh, you can fly, okay. That's them either trying to use flying icicle or trying to use like bolt 2 or like ice 2. So long, that's okay, good. Here it goes. Please, did we know? That is annoying having to wait for that, because still nothing, okay? No? Okay. Please, I need to know there, we're gonna stall hard edge. Big already. And that's hard edge. This is a massive increase, and I think we can do this now actually. Ice, all, steel, fence, and restore. It's pretty nice as you can see. And we have one extra hard edge now and one copper battle. So now we have both of those. But yeah, of course, getting 99 of these are going to be annoying. However, it's going to be a lot of cash and stuff that, and eventually, of course, it will get easier and stuff that. Now I'm curious if you want levels, okay? And here's the thing, right? This is very important, by the way. Your steel should get easier, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Your steel should get easier. So take one more. Okay, good. No steel. I don't know if it actually fixed anything or not. But yeah, but also, for example, the way that steel works also is that you can actually crit with that steel. If I remember correctly, I don't know what the crit chance is with the steel, or if it's, you know... I see the hard edge looks a little bit cute in this and stuff that, right? Also, you can see that stuff that, like, it is actually pretty realistic, I feel like. Like, yeah, it's pretty thick, right? But it's like more like, I think of it as a blunt club more than anything, right? You know, like, would something like the hard edge actually work? Like the old school hard edge, this one. Would it actually like be useful? I would say yes, actually, because if you look at the size comparison to the Buster Sword, it is way, way less size. It is okay, it is pretty thick, but if you think about, okay, it's for club purposes, right? Because it's not meant to be sharp, it's not meant to be cut, it's meant to be blunt, you know? Right. If you think about it, hard edge is supposed to be hard and not like sharp. But I still think it does cut damage, which is weird, you know, because it's like more like it should have been the other element on this specific level. know it should be able to survive this. Back nice. Finish this. Cute. Keep in mind, once we've gotten a few levels, then the steel will almost be guaranteed on the very first try, because basically it calculates in our level, and the level actually will affect our steel rate by a lot, actually, like way more than you might think. What's this damage difference here? Okay, the damage difference between this and the bus sword is not high yet. There's the finishing touch, that's all the limit break 65 slash. And I forgot if it says that in the description here of it, but that's why all the problems here. It does not say that. Basically, it's kinda almost like the remove spell or like the exit spell. It's kinda like the remove spell, but it's actually even better. So it's basically insta death on most enemies. On bosses though, it deals damage instead. Like if an enemy cannot does insta die from the move, then it deals damage instead. Which just makes it like really good. It's not that an effect that blows away opponents. Like if there's a random encounter that you do not want to deal with, then like just kill the enemy immediately. How many combo bangles? We have 4 combo bangles so far. Actually customize. Orange here. Should we move down that? Orange there. And combo bangle there. Usually I can keep an eye out on those. So we can keep an eye out on the hard edge in the combo bangle count. Only a third. And eventually, as I said, the steel will come very, very quickly. Eventually and stuff like that, I think we need to heal already, actually. Because here's the thing, right? That if we get really unlucky, for example, like if they put us to sleep, then like the spell doesn't wake you up and stuff like that. Maybe we slice them actually. I wonder if the piece of clothing that Claude wears got dyed or something like that, because if you think about it, right, that each of the clothes represent a certain rank within soldier and stuff that, Awesome deal again. We used to wait until sometimes you can just get very, very unlucky here. Wow, we're getting so unlucky now. Nu skulle det så vara båtdal. Let's find out. And now if the steel is first right now. Sometimes it's so weird because they are level 13, right? Why is it so hard now all of a sudden? Like it seems like really, really weird. Like why it's so hard now? Yeah, we might actually have to speed up the message here, just in case we get spammed like this. Stone hard edge. I'm pretty certain that they don't have to be equal with how hard they are to steal from. I mean, hopefully they aren't. There we go, still hard edge. That's way easier. Finishing touch. Insta kill. Det är lite farliga flank till det. Ja. So we have 3 hard edges for common bangles. Let's see, can we do one more battle before we call it a day? Now, of course, next level is level 19. So that we have a lot less strength now because that is -1 strength, so -3 strength from the material itself. That is something to remember. Keep in mind that something like Master Magic as an actual thing, is very, very powerful because you don't get the negative effects on the materia and stuff that when it's mastered. Your first dry carbon bangle, let's go! Oof. In first dry carbon bangle, that's not bad. So we have 5 carbon bangles so far. Another thing is, of course, with once you start gaining a few levels here, because obviously, right, if we're gonna get 99 out of each, right, I think there's a maximum of 2. I think there is a rare 3 fight with the Soldier third, but I think it's extremely rare. And we get to double 1. Of course, once we reach the point of when Bolt can kill Black Bolt and stuff, that once we reach that point, that means that we will cast Ice All instead once the damage stops being too high. And once we get the common bangle here, of course we kill off the enemy that we got the common bangle from. Heal. I think we're gonna use the heal downstairs instead, so we can heal up to entire party here because we're running out of MP. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Now the thing is, if you want me to, I can do this grind off screen and stuff that, right? Or people might want to watch, just to see how things improve with each level, and stuff that, right? Because I don't mind doing. I mean, it won't take too many recording sessions. I mean, it totally depends on the steal rate, of course, obviously. Stuff that, like, if we get unlucky with steals, then it's gonna take a really, really long time. And if we get lucky, it will go very, very fast. Because imagine if we first steal every attempt, then basically we bolt off the Ice All and we attack, basically. One of them dead. I'm actually doing this, actually. Just kill a farm. And we just need another carbon bangle here. And then we will finish them off. So now we're going down and save down below, by the way, and do the whole resting thing and stuff, that's right. And then I'm going to take a dump after that. And please, before we're out now, anyway, I'll see you all next time, stuff that, if you don't,